I have been asked to give my testimony down through the years many times, and so I just decided to put it in video form. I love sharing my testimony, but I never want to glorify any of the sin. Number one, because sin goes completely against God. I mean, He's told us to turn from sin, to repent, to be baptized, and to live for Him. But secondly, I don't want to glorify it because sin destroys. I don't want, the consequences from sin are horrible, especially those from a very sinful lifestyle. And so I never want to glorify that destruction, that type of destruction. I share my testimony also because we're told in Revelation 12 that the saints overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. And I think it is important that we share what God has done in our lives. I share this because it is my life. It's what I gave God and what He took and did with my life. And we have a whole lot of broken people in the world who need to hear that message that God can take their lives, redeem it, and bring joy out of a very destructive lifestyle. He wants to forgive you. He wants to love you. I also want to break it up. So I've divided it into 6 little videos so that nobody loses attention or anything like that. But I just want to share it in that way. Lamar, Missouri was my home. And like other small towns back in the 50s and 60s, it was just pristine. It was ideal. It was a fabulous place to grow up in. We had a great church and we had great times there, great revivals, and missionaries would come in. Vacation Bible School was just fantastic in my opinion, with fantastic teachers. I just cannot say enough about the women who invested in my life. And life was really pretty good the first 8 or 9 years of my life. But I noticed there would be times when my dad would take me to church, and then there would be times when my mom would take me to church. And as a little girl, it didn't really make sense, but I didn't quite know what to do with it either. I just couldn't understand it. Until one day, boom, my world kind of came crashing down. I was encouraged to listen to my dad on the phone with another woman and conversations between him and her. And this is difficult to say. I don't want to condemn my mom and dad, but it so shaped who I am and what I've become that it has to be part of my story. And at that point, my life began falling apart.